What is up, guys? Eric here from BVM Productions, whacking a bug that's trying to sit on my face because I'm in the nature, as you can see. Um, all right. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about my hiatus from constantly watching UFC, etc. Um, Work has been chowing my time, and because of that, and also the cards just being trash, because we're, like I said a few months ago, we're in a growing pains time frame for the UFC. We do not have exciting and elite, consistent talent that's bubbling up. We have landed at a certain skill level for most fighters, with a few standouts, but ugh, honestly, they're not standouts. People will tell me, like, no, you're wrong. And then I'm like, why? Every time a guy that's a standout pops up, he wins or he gets the belt, he loses. This weekend was a perfect example of it, with Belal Muhammad. No disrespect to him, because a lot of people disrespect him constantly. And you'll understand why, because I actually picked him to win, so I was wrong. Um, it's just, he is a prime example of it. He's good, but the level is at the point where you can become champion, but you won't keep winning. That's why, actually, when Drickus went at him, obviously online, I was like, Drickus has a reason to. He's actually one of the guys that stands out. He has defended his belt. However, no, yeah, he has defended his belt. You can't tell me that Strickland is out of his prime and all that BS. Um, and he dominated Strickland in their rematch. He didn't just beat him; he dominated him. So he's defended. So that actually he, 100%, he is a different. He's an outlier in the good way. So yeah, we're in this growing pain situation. A lot of people have been crying online about it. And guys, because of this growing pain situation, I have decided that I'm not going to watch all the UFC fights. And in fact, work has stopped me. Like, that's life telling you, listen, there's few things that you need to prioritize: your health, your wealth, and then also your relationships, etc. I can't be neglecting everybody I know just so that I can sit around, watch fights at 4 in the morning, because where I live, the fights start at flipping 4 in the morning. Funny enough, I got back from work when the fights were on. It was just before Mike Mallet fought that I got home, and that was at 3 in the morning for work. So I do not have the time to just sit around and analyze the fights, watch the fights, and then make my predictions, etc. And also, because of the growing pains, it's boring. Sorry, it's boring. It's not as fun. That's why I rewatch some of the older fights, and I sit around and wait for the better fights, because um, it's boring. Yeah, there's nothing really special that I've been seeing. There's a few key techniques somebody uses, but I'm not sitting and watching the entire catalog of fights just to witness a certain move. You can do one. Okay, if I wanted to witness uniqueness, I'd go to one of the big gyms and start training with a lot of the prospects. Like a friend of mine, he's overseas right now at Bang Muay Thai. Well, okay, acquaintance. Let me rephrase that. He's training with these guys in the UFC right now at Bang Muay Thai, and he's doing what is a good example of how I would go and see some of these unique moves and learn unique things from different fighters. Because every gym has somebody that does something like that. You can learn that at the lowest level up to the highest level. It's just the truth. The only difference is the work rate, obviously, and some people are just faster, better attributes, smarter when they fight. The list goes on. Really, there's a huge checklist. So that means it's kind of trivial for me. Yeah, it's trivialized to just sit around and watch every flippin' fight, etc. Now, no hate towards MMA Guru or MMA Shane, those guys, but they are set financially because of the YouTube channel and their side projects. And then on top of that, they, sorry, MMA is their life. It's their entire life. With me, it's a hobby slash indirect passion. I'll say it like that. Um, so I have to do two jobs. I have to work two jobs at this point in time. Plus, I want to have a life, social life, etc. So, yeah, and then on top, family and stuff like that. I do not have the time then. So, yeah, I wanted to address this. I didn't post from there. I did make predictions loosely. Like with Belal, I picked Belal, Valentina. Who was the fight just below that? Anyway, yeah, Benoit. I picked Benoit Saint Denis. So 2 out of 3 there out of those few. There was a few more fights I picked, but you guys get the point. When I got home, I wasn't as tired as I expected, but then again, this gig went quite smooth, um, which I appreciated. Um, so I watched. Who did I watch? Bukowskis versus Ion Kutilaba. I was rooting for Kutilaba because it's crazy to me. I'll make a video about this. I need to rewatch the fight just to solidify my viewpoint on it because I watched it live. But I watched Ion Kutilaba versus Ankalaev. I watched both of their fights way back, and it's crazy to see the stark contrast between how their careers went. And then also, if I remember correctly, Ion did actually pretty good versus Ankalaev, a man that beat Alex Pereira. And yeah, I want to rewatch that and then make a video about it when I get time. And if I remember, because my brain is like a mess of bubbles. I have a lot of inspirations for all kinds of things. There's always ideas. And the times when there isn't ideas, then you know they will slowly bubble up. Slowly. But yeah, guys, I heard that, because I fell asleep, by the way. I passed out. I think at 7 in the morning is when the JDM fight versus Belal would have happened. I remember saying that the boxing might be a difference in this fight. And then also, if Belal did not stick to his game plan that he had versus Leon, which it really increasingly sounded like that, then he would lose. And a lot of people are saying that he stuck to this new game plan and he didn't do his thing. And that led to him completely getting wasted. I mean, did you see the picture of his lip? But yeah, it was crazy to me that he has a chin that's that strong that he didn't get knocked out. He got hurt in the last round. Yeah, the thing is, I want to rewatch it one time in this week just to see what really happened as well from my point of view. Well, analyze it a little bit. But I think when Belal said, I'm going to stand on the feet the whole time, that's when he made his mistake. And then also, I think he didn't pressure the correct way, yada yada. So there's a list of things that went wrong. Anyway, I'm also sad because now we're not getting Ilya Topuria versus Islam Makhachev. That's one of the fights I was looking for because we're in such a growing pain situation. And I saw that MMA Guru, Lucas Tracy, and MMA Show made videos crying about this. And I'm crying about it too. I remember people complained, argued against my video about it a while ago. But I was right. I was right a few months ago where I said we're in a growing pain situation. And we're still in that. So I predict it's going to be a year of a few key fights happening and stuff like that. And then we're going to get the excitement again. Unless a certain few business-related trends of the UFC happens. Because there's there's alarm bells going off to me. And I don't like what I'm seeing a little bit. I'll make a prediction video on what I think is happening on the business side one time. Funny, we're making prediction videos on the UFC itself now and its future and stuff, which is scary to me because they are the monopoly, they are the kings. But yeah, you guys see, I touched on so many topics in this video related to it. That means I'm not behind, but things are just not the same. It really isn't, and everybody is mentioning it. Like, I thought maybe I am wrong a little bit way back, but then I was like, no, and then it got worse, then it got worse and worse. and right now we are at a pretty bad spot. Um, I'm looking forward to Dustin Poirier's final fight. It's going to be such a fun fight. I think him and Max just going to throw caution to the wind. It's going to be a bloodbath, hopefully. Um, and I'm looking forward to Islam versus JDM because instantly JDM said, "Hey, I want that fight." Um, Imagine that. Imagine you beat Islam Makhachev as your first defense as a champion. That would be insane because of the implications to the GOAT status, etc. And imagine he goes on a crazy run from there. Wow. But anyway, that will be good. Praying that Tom versus Jones gets actually set up and it actually happens. Um, what else? Volk versus Evloev is one of the more um, hardcores kind of fight, but I would really like that fight. Sorry, that's the fight for the belt that I would actually like. Um, and Yair Rodriguez versus. Fuck, see, I'm tired, guys. Sorry. He just fought Volkanovski, man. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm very tired, guys. I look like overcooked steak. But anyway, guys, that's all I wanted to say. There's more, but yeah. Ooh, the boxing side is a little bit more exciting these days, at least. But anyway, guys, I'm going to say goodbye. Just wanted to mention this, make this video. I'll post this tonight. Well, 3 or 4 hours from now. After I unloaded the gear. And then it's back to my day job, prepping for the weekend for my secondary job. And we keep the loop going. If life changes, I'll obviously make videos about it. If more sound comes in, which I'm planning on, you guys will know about it. But yeah, cheers.